Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Inside Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. Today, I'm here to analyze Saturn, Mercury, and Sun Cazimi in Pisces. And it's going to happen on the 28th of February, and it's going to sit on the fixed star Skat. And we're going to actually talk about Pisces, as usually we are, all the archetype, the Saturnian, Mercurian, what does Sun do in our life, what is Cazimi, and what is star Skat in Pisces, and what does the conjunction could represent in mundane perspective. And I'm going to talk about each individual sign, as usually I do, like a minute or maybe even a half minute, but I'm going to analyze for your personal needs and for your personal life as well. All right, guys. The conjunction of Mercury, Saturn, and the Sun going to happen 9 degrees, as I said, in Pisces. And it's aligning also the fixed star of Skat. And that is really, really rare conjunction. First of all, Saturn in Pisces every 28 years, right? And you know, to have it Mercury over here the same time, a Mercury Cazimi with Sun, it is very rare, especially in 9 degrees when it's sitting on Skat. So Saturn in Pisces representing discipline, structure, karma, and you know, suggest a lesson or maturation process centered around forgiveness, acceptance, and understanding the eternal life, and you know, understanding nature and understanding your subconscious as well. This placement emphasizing the need to solidify your dreams and intuition, and it could have actually a tangible outcome as well. You know, for example, Pisces doesn't have boundaries because Pisces rules the 12th house, and it's ruled by Neptune, which is breaking down boundaries, has no boundaries at all, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion. And you know, Saturn is limitation. Saturn is courage, but Saturn also discipline and hard work and fears as well. And the Sun in Pisces, the Sun symbolizes our core identity, your vitality, the essence, that is your purpose in life, your work, whatever you choose in life, but definitely your vitality as well. And in Pisces, it illuminates the part of us that is compassionate, empathetic, and connected to the eternal life, to the afterlife. Actually, 12th house rules the underprivileged people, rules hospice, jail, drug addiction, pharmaceutical addiction, alcoholism. Because of Neptune, it also rules art. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, you know, higher octave of love, so forgiveness, Mother Teresa, anything to do with hospice, hospitals, nurses, anything to do with jargon, anything to do with faraway countries, hidden enemies, retirement, eternal life. All right. So the conjunction could go either way. It could actually, oh, and we didn't talk about Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. Mercury in Pisces doesn't do well because actually it's exalted in Virgo, and Virgo is opposition of Pisces, right? So Mercury rules 2 houses. It rules the 3rd and the 6th house, and anything to do with Gemini or anything to do with Virgo, you know, bookkeeping, very strict, very perfectionist with speaking, and you know, with writing as well. And in Pisces, it could be a little bit lost and confused because Pisces, the Neptunian energy could make Mercury confused, but also could make it very, very artistic as well, because As I said before, Mercury is expression, written communication, verbal communication, photography, because that's the way you express yourself as well. Anything to do with merchandise, selling and buying merchandise, is vehicles as well, because in third house it's rules vehicles and skill-based studies as well. But as I said, in Pisces doesn't do very well because it's confused. It cannot use the ability of Mercury. Mercury is the way we process information, and in Pisces, it's not necessarily. In dreamland, it's amazing because, you know, you can have a dream dictionary and write your dreams during this conjunction. You know, your dreams actually can manifest and become tangible because Saturn can make that happen. But the Cazimi itself, it is, we're going to talk about that also, it is a very, very rare, not rare with Mercury, but with Saturn Mercury, definitely. But it is a very important and actually auspicious a conjunction of this free planet over here. Most likely I'm going to talk about the negative and the positive aspect, because conjunction could go either way. So conjunction, actually, the aspect, if it's happening between malefic planet, it could actually affect you on a negative way. But if it's happening with positive planets, actually, it could affect you on the positive way, and it could become very, very auspicious. So when Mercury, Saturn, and the Sun converge in conjunction, their energies blend and intensify, definitely. So this particular meeting in Pisces suggests a period where your core sense of self, which is the Sun, your way of thinking and communicating, which is Mercury, and your discipline and structure, which is Saturn, are all focused in Piscean themes. So anything to do with spirituality, guys, anything to do with creativity, because Pisces is art as well, you know, writing scripts, for example, and emotional depth and afterlife, understanding your subconscious, doing some kind of hypnosis, perhaps, which is going to help you to get healed. And let's see, and let's talk about here the fixed star influence. And that's going to be Skat. And Skat is a fixed star. Actually, it's in Aquarius, but, you know, we are doing tropical astrology over here. And that is in 8 to 9 degrees right now. It's reached 9 degrees Pisces. And it's giving an other very deep layer of this mystical conjunction, because of, you know, Pisces is sensitive, very intuitive, very mystical, and healing the subconscious, healing your self-sabotaging behavior, with Saturn being here and structured. Saturn actually, not Saturn, Skat actually is a Venusian or Jupiterian and Saturnian energy by Ptolemy. But, you know, Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, when it happened actually in 2021, December, that is the star of hope. We call Saturn-Jupiter conjunction hope. And actually, Skat also is hope, and it's a longevity of happiness and good luck, for example. So whichever house it's going to happen for you, you're going to have, and you can actually live your dream, or, you know, there going to be some kind of longevity, some kind of courage by Saturnian energy to take onto, and you're going to not only live your dream, but also you're going to have good luck there. So potential to growth, potential to become artistic, potential to become a powerful healer, your spiritual growth actually going to become exceptional. You know, in this alignment, people might going to resonate with the higher vibration. We're going to seek for peace. And, you know, don't forget, I was talking about Jupiter influence during this conjunction, because Jupiter is in Taurus, which is a tangible fixed earth sign. And over there is luxury and comfort. And Jupiter itself is blessing in our life, and it rules Pisces. So this is the old avatar of Pisces, and actually it is the sextile is a Venusian energy. It's a loving, kissing aspect over here. So it makes it more beautiful and welcoming and hopeful, and you know, we are going to feel that. We will seek for help, we will seek for healing, we're going to get rid of self-sabotaging behavior. We want to protest for peace. Why? Because of Uranus is in Taurus and Jupiter getting close to it, right? Because they're going to conjunct in April. You can check my video about that conjunction. I already made a video. And then, you know, the Uranian influence by sign, it's really effective. But anyway, it's a sextile, so it's a positive energy over here. So when we are actually talking about the Cazimi, guys, we are talking about the Cazimi, a term for in astrology, but refers to planets in close conjunction with the sun, typically within 17 minutes. So it's roughly 0.283 degrees, okay, of arc. So it's not exactly, you know, it's not minutes by the time we are experiencing Earth. We are talking about the orb, the arc between them. So when we are talking about Cazimi, we're talking about the planets are in the heart of the sun. But you know, the sun has a very powerful energies. The sun is blinding everything when it's conjunct. So when the sun combusts with a planet, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, whatever, it's overshine them. So it doesn't let them to live by them potential. However, the Cazimi itself, it is a very, very amazing opportunity. It's lucky, it's honor, it's strength, it's a purified, radiant energy, and it empowers us. So Cazimi dynamic with Mercury, Saturn, and the Sun, let's see what does it mean for us. So Mercury in Cazimi, it's considered in a position of great strength. But obviously, it's a little bit, you know, sensitive in Pisces, because of Pisces' sensitivity, intuition, the communication going to become, you know, like very sensitive, can be transmuted into profound intuition, profound insight, and ability to communicate with exceptional empathy and creativity. So that's definitely there for us. Okay. However, you know, like it could be a little bit confusing communication. You are wise, but you know, very spiritual, and other people don't really get what you are talking about. You are, for example, artistic, or you know, like the way you express yourself, it's not necessarily going to be understandable. And the Saturn Cazimi in Pisces, Saturn, as I said, is courage. Saturn is anything to do with discipline, anything to do with structure, fear, you know. Also, that is censorship as well. Saturn could be censorship as well. And it's a very rare occurrence because it's happening every 28 years, right? Because the Saturn orbit around the zodiacal signs, it's 28 to 29 years. So it's a rare occasion here. But in Pisces, this can mean the ability to give form to the formless, to apply discipline in spiritual practice, artistic endeavors, and healing. So, you know, like, for example, right now, the healing, what you are going through, and, you know, in Pisces, for example, Pisces not necessarily can follow structure, but because Saturn being here, it is like you need to, because otherwise you won't get healed. So Saturn is making sure we are disciplined, no matter what. We are sticking with what we start. So, for example, if it's a spiritual practice and doesn't work out right away, you know, it is like, no, you're not going to give it up right now. So you have to stick with it. You have to get matured through, you know, like the Saturn, exactly my famous quote from Protege, like success doesn't come overnight. So Saturn is that work for it. You have to maybe sweat blood, or, you know, sweating blood, but I'm going to help you, I'm gonna be here, I'm going to be the mountain, the shoulder you can lean on, but you have to work for it. I'm just not gonna give it to you granted. Okay. And what else can we say about here? Yes, we were talking about Skat, and you know, it is very amazing spiritual insight because of it has a Venusian and Jupiterian and also Saturnian blend of this fixed star. So it's hope and it's long-term long-term luck with this fixed star. So I really like that. Okay. What else can we talk about here? So we talked about the Piscean energy, we talked about Mercury, we talked about Skat, which is breakthrough here, anything with intuition and spiritual growth, and anything what is actually manifested in your subconscious. You know, we will see a lot of artists emerged and getting actually recognized, and it could be something unusual because you know there is Taurus Jupiter influence over here, so it could be something to do with interior design, it could be something to do with architecture because Uranus is there in Taurus, tangible Uranus is high building, so something to do with architecture and the sextile to it, yeah. You know, but joy because Jupiter is bringing in this conjunction with the sextile, joy and abundance, for sure. Okay, so let's see the mundane aspect of this conjunction, and after that I'm going to analyze each individual sign. So you know, Pisces is ocean, Pisces is water, Pisces is marine animals, right? So there going to be some revolution in water conservation techniques, especially with Jupiter in Taurus emphasize sustainable growth, leading to widespread adoption of these techniques and transforming them into long-term solution for global water. It's like almost like a scarcity there. Breakthrough in technology, right? Because Uranus also present itself in Taurus. And because of Jupiter is there, it's expanding technology and it's become viable and also economically sustainable. So I told you many times they're going to invest in anything to do with greenhouses, how to save the earth, and also it could be great for recycling project, upcycling project over here, but with technology. And it could be some kind of, you know, because Pisces is religion and spirituality. So it could be like, all right, it's gonna emerge something with water-based religion. So, all right, it's not just like Christianity, like you're going to, your sin is taken away if you are baptized with water, right? But we're going to use water for somehow to get rid of our sin or wash away our sin with water. And definitely we're going to promote to clean up our oceans and how to conserve water as well. Or how to actually, because Uranus is there, that is technology. I know it's not sextile with it, but still the energy is there. So how to, you know, create drinking water from salt water. So it's gonna be more available for us. Yes, and that is very funny because of like a week ago, I had a dream and it was very vivid. It was lucid because I'm trying to create lucidity right now. And actually a neighbor poured water on me and I didn't want it somehow because somehow in my dream, I put that together with that ALS kind of, you know, you remember 4 years ago, we had that the water bucket challenge or whatever is that oh no, that was ice bucket challenge. But anyway, they wanted to pour water on me. And first I ran away and after I let them to do this. So maybe my sin's gonna be washed away and I don't know what, but you know, like I truly believe something is emerging right now with cleaning us with water. Maybe they're going to clean up finally the Ganges, you know, like it's like very, very dirty. Or we're going to learn about that. A lot of river gonna be cleaned up finally, eventually. And, you know, Saturn is submarine. Then Uranus is over there with Jupiter in Taurus, so something innovative energy there, something with technology. So perhaps they're going to have some kind of new submarine, and or they're going to have some kind of technology, which is they're gonna go underwater. They're going to go so deep when they can discover actually new lives. I mean, not new lives, but they new for us underwater, or because Uranus is there, and the Uranus influences UFOs and you know, like unidentified object. It is like, all right, they're going to maybe discover a base of aliens underwater, because we are capable to go very, very deep right now with the new submarines. But Saturn is restriction on ocean, so it could be some kind of pirate activity going on as well, guys. So it could be like they're going to, you know, like kidnap the people on the Russian submarine, and they going to actually have some kind of new conflict with war because of that kind of situation. Saturn is also undeveloped land and mountain, so it could also bring a news to us, like some kind of mountain or new land is emerging from the water, from the ocean. But, you know, because of Uranus is in Taurus, so it could be some kind of influence of a unfortunate event. It could be a tsunami, and because of the tsunami, it is like it's going to rise, something like that. Or because of, it could be Saturn is a structure and Pisces is temple, spiritual buildings. It could be like they're going to discover finally, you know, like empires, which was long time actually went underwater, and right now they're going to discover those. Atlantis, for example, those kind of temples or pyramids as well, because actually Saturn is pyramids as well. Yes, so it could be that. We can actually get a news about, you know, like they're going to be, because Saturn is restriction of water as well, and somehow it could affect some places with water restriction. So it could be, we all know what's happening in Middle East. We know Gaza has no water. And, you know, it could be like more country going to be affected by dirty water, or they're not going to have enough water packed in bottles somehow. Or actually, I would love that fact. There would be something with, so that's the negative effect of the conjunction, but the positive effect is like they're going to stop actually butter water in plastic butter. So it would be really great, actually. It would be really good, because there it's not going to be plastic used, and I would love that, especially with Taurus sextile Jupiter. I mean, Jupiter in Taurus sextile with this conjunction. So yeah, it could be very, very good for that. All right, what else could happen over here? So yes, it is some kind of new spirituality, something blessing with water. A lot of people may be going to do Mundane and, you know, like moon waters, and using that because your thoughts is enough sometimes to, when you're creating your moon waters, and I do that every time in new moon and during full moon, you can use that to lose weight, or, you know, and one drop actually put in your bottle of water going to change the bottle of water frequency. And you can use it all month if you have a bottle blessed with this new moon water or full moon water, and you can create actually blessing, healing in your life using those water. Okay, and the other thing, what can be, you know, like weather prediction, because Saturn over here could be like diligence and practicality. So, and because Jupiter is in Taurus, anything to do with weather and agriculture and farming as well, and also food security and resilience over there. So, you know, it could be like some kind of new advancement over there coming, which is like everybody going to have a hydroponic garden because Pisces is water, and everybody going to create their own food or sprouting fruits, something like that. So that is definitely impacting the agriculture, and people going to have more farming in the backyard than lawn. So I would love that as well. You know, they can also, because of we can hear a news about like other planets. For example, they have and they found water, for example, not only on Earth, but on multiple planets. And it's going to be, you know, good news, for example. Also, there could be some kind of global shift towards empathy and compassion because of, as I said, more people going to rise and more people going to use their frequencies, their forgiveness, their compassion actually, or even being advocate for people who are underprivileged, because Pisces are underprivileged. The orphans, so helping the orphans, helping the victims of natural disaster, helping the victims of wars and genocide. So yes, that could be during this conjunction. Okay, what else? Well, you know, it could be with education, it could be more hands-on training, for example, because it's sextile with Jupiter, and the experience-based education going to bring in abundance for all of them. But, you know, the way they process the information going to have to be with work and hands-on education. Definitely going to increase artistic expression, as I said, because of the sun, because it's a Cazimi and it's in Pisces, and Pisces anything to do with art, or, as I said, support the ocean. Policies about the how we actually farming fishes in the oceans, or oh, that could be actually really good, you know, because of there is in Japan and in Norwegian oceans they are killing dolphins and sharks and everything. So we might going to have the government actually have a new law, and they are going to say, no, you cannot do that anymore, because that's like brutal and it's abuse of the animals, and it's going to be against the law. So yeah, it could be very, very good as well. Definitely some kind of rise of ocean movement, anything to save the ocean animals, or it could be like some animal going to get breached because some kind of tsunami, before the tsunamis or before some kind of earthquake in the ocean, you know, the dolphins and the whales, they lost directions, and the leaders usually. So if the animal is going to get beached, then we are capable to actually save most of them. So that could be, and maybe with new technology, maybe they're going to actually create a noise, and somehow the noise is bringing them back to the water. They're gonna be capable to find their way back. Yeah. So, okay, so we were talking about submarines and those kind of researches, and, you know, pirates on the, actually Pisces is a movie, so Pirate of the Caribbean. Maybe there is a new Pirate of the Caribbean, like fourth is coming out, let's say movie, some pirate movie could be. But, you know, actually it could increase the pirate movement, unfortunately, on the on the Pacific and on the Atlantic Ocean. So yes, definitely new philosophies, new spiritual, harmonious approaches in our belief system. We are going to be more like believe in afterlife, and a lot more people going to be connected for sure, or believe, or a lot more people could have actually experience with afterlife, maybe through dream, maybe leaving your body, maybe you are experiencing a clinical death and coming back. So yeah, it could be all that. So it is a long-lasting, beneficial, beautiful Cazimi. Of course, it has some kind of downside as well with the pirates and with beached animals, and there is for example water at Gaza and the war-related areas. So yeah, it could be some kind of very, very hard difficulties with or poisoned water could be as well. But yeah, or actually they might going to come out with the study and prove it, like fasting once a week is changing your health and life, and also your subconscious, and a lot of people going to start to fast because Saturn could be fasting as well. And sometimes there is fear of afterlife. There is some kind of weird feeling inside, which is like, okay, I have prophetic dreams and I don't know how to handle it. So many of us going to have a lot of prophetic dreams, and we're not going to be able to handle that. There could be some kind of new law with fishermen, as I said, and, like how much they harvest, like we have lobster season, and out of lobster seasons, if you get a lobster, then you have to pay fine and go to court, and it's yeah. But some kind of new fisherman kind of law could come up because of Jupiter sextile over there. But somehow I feel it's a limitation of the seafood, not to fish that much, not to kill the sharks for the fin, because, like this is crazy. All right. And then it could be some kind of, oh, of course, because there is election, and it could be some kind of leader who are ignoring the water conservation, or because Jupiter in Jupiter in Taurus, it's anything to do with farming and anything to do with the land and anything to do with Gaia. So over there, global warming, right? Or actually, not necessarily global warming, but climate change, and they just ignoring climate change, and we all know who are they, the politicians who are ignoring climate change over here. So it could be also that situation as well. However, it could be because Saturn is a politician, Pisces, someone who is also spiritual, so some spiritual based politician coming up and going to give us awareness and make us think critically about climate change and have the nature and clean up the ocean. And obviously that's over there, Kennedy. All right. So as I said, something is emerging from the ocean. It could be a new land. It could be a new mountain, right? Because Saturn is mountain, undeveloped land. It's going to change the landscape of the earth. It's because of Pisces is ruled by Neptune. There is no boundaries, so it's changing the landscape somehow. All right, what else? Oh, pharmaceutical drugs, because Saturn is limitation and Pisces is ruled pharmaceutical. So it could be some kind of issue with pharmaceuticals, actually sell and buy pharmaceuticals, because of maybe they're gonna be decline over there, or decrease of the production, or it's gonna be something with the transition, because Mercury is how you transfer it. So something's going to happen with the transition of the drugs. So they might not going to be purchased, or the country not gonna sell to the other country, something like that. But you know, Saturn and let me see if it can bring in any flood. So Saturn, Mercury is news, Saturn is limitation, Pisces is ocean, but it's sextile with Jupiter in Uranus, which is anything to do with weather related. Maybe not this one, probably the new moon actually in Pisces is gonna bring in flood already, which is going to happen in March. So, but I'm going to make another video about that. So, all right, so that's what I wanted to talk about, the Cazimi over here. And let me see each individual sign. Let me just change the chart over here for myself. So Aries, rising, sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 12th house and your second house, because Jupiter is in your second house. So what do you know, 12th house, anything to do with Piscean energy, anything to do with underprivileged, with orphans, with hospice, with hospitals, creative project, photography, script writing, afterlife, retirement. And Jupiter in your second house, it's a blessing for your finances, for your earned money, for your values, your self-worth. So there is inner work, deep spiritual work actually, but you have to face your hidden fears as well. And you have to let go of past burdens, anything to do with self-sabotaging behavior, maybe addiction, some kind of addiction, or, you know, it could be also like you didn't have enough self-worth, or the way you actually related to money and the way how to make money, it was somehow diminishing, and right now it's going to become better. So while you grow, Jupiter going to bring opportunities for you, increasing wealth, and also it's going to help you re-evaluating what truly matters to you. You can actually invest in art or jewelry and preserve your money. And also you're going to have secret opportunities, hidden benefits may arise, anything to do with private dealings, private investment. And you can also go and get retired during this time. All right, Taurus rising, sun and moon. Let me change the chart. It's gonna happen for you in the 11th house and in your first house. All right, so you know, first house, anything to do with self-expression, anything to do with your identity, with the ego, actually the mask that you are wearing and the way you represent yourself to others, the way you represent your company. So there is a significant personal growth phase right now for you, enhancing your confidence and optimism. Community engagement could be, you can get actually involved, and you're going to get increased involvement in social groups, and it's going to bring valuable connection. You're going to be invited for a lot of events, and you're going to have like friends helping you, want you to succeed, help you to get connection with higher social circle, with VIP people. Also, there is some kind of personal desires, right? Aligning your goals with deeper values becomes very crucial. And there is personal projects which going to get and become fortunate, and it's going to boost your ego. So that is good for you, Tauruses. All right, Gemini rising, sun and moon. I'm changing your chart. And it's going to happen in your 10th house and in your 12th house. Yes, so 10th house is career, public image, recognition, and Jupiter in the 12th house, anything with hidden matters, anything with underprivileged, with hospitality, hotels, travel to faraway countries. So there is some kind of career insight. For example, if you would like to have a career direction in public service, anything to do with the underprivileged, maybe you want to also open a boutique hotel, become a leader of a a nursing home, or, you know, a hospital, the head doctor of the hospital, it could be actually very prominent for you. Reputation is changing, and, you know, somebody behind the scene going to support you and push you actually in to become a public figure as well. You can actually write something which is going to be seen by others, and it could be a movie script, perhaps. Spiritual support you're also going to get. Help comes from some kind of unexpected hidden sources, as I said, and it's guiding you through some kind of challenges. It's helping you to become a public figure, helping you to become someone recognized. And there is going to be some kind of long-held dream, which is going to, you're gonna pursue something long-term, long-held dream over here. You're going to get very vivid, very lucid dreamings. You're going to align your dreams and with your goals as well, and it's gonna manifest. Visions boards, makes vision boards over here. Dream dictionary could be amazing for you guys. All right, Cancer rising, Sun and Moon is going to happen in your 9th and 11th house. The 9th house is long distance journey, publishing, anything to do with visas, passports, citizenship, anything to do to move abroad, to go to study in higher education, get your master's degrees, university education. 11th house, anything to do with your community, but that's your social circle, that's your social network, and that is also money from your career. So expansion of your network, bringing influential new connections and new friendship for you. There is some kind of new community project involvement in a new group, actually. You know, it's going to help you to some kind of spiritual growth, but it might be like you're going to find you know, a community and start to learn, study language together, or actually do a YouTube channel together, or some newsletter together, or travel together, or actually do a community abroad, somehow build a community abroad. Yeah, actually it could be something also like you creating a workshop, or you creating actually a retreat, but it's not necessarily a retreat. It could also like, okay, a dental traveling, you know, because of dental work in US, it's so freaking expensive, and you're gonna have people to go to Hungary or Costa Rica to fix their teeth, something like that. All right, Leo rising, Sun and Moon, it's going to happen. Let me change, 8th house, and then Jupiter in your 10th house. So that is anything to do with your career, recognition, financial growth. It is understanding yourself deeply. So this is a deep transformation with the 8th house impact, something to do with personal, psychological, intimate relationship. There is a psychological breakthrough, and your career going to grow because Jupiter actually is in your 10th house. So that is your professional standing, anything to do with recognition and new opportunities, new influences. Also shared resources, anything to do with investment, inheritance, or, you know, even it could help with identity theft. It could help with finding your money with bank if you lost money over there, or stock market somehow. If you had a loss on stock, somehow you're going to get a big refund. Maybe something is coming up and increasing money-wise, and investment, a good prenup, a good opportunity to get money out from your career, a big sum of, you know, like actually you can get a how do they call that when you write something, or you do some artistic work and you get, advance, you get an advance, and it's a huge amount of advance. All right, Virgo rising, Sun and Moon is going to happen in your 7th house and in your 9th house. Seventh house is relationship, significant other. It's also legal matters, and it's also clientele if you are having some kind of social media account and followers. Jupiter in your ninth house, anything to do with publishing, YouTubing, podcasting, traveling, older siblings, and your higher education. So there is some kind of amazing impact. Like, for example, somebody is supporting your education. It could be a business partner helping you to pay for your higher education, or you're traveling. It could be like your significant other surprise you with a beautiful long distance traveling, or maybe you're going to get married with a foreigner and you get a citizenship somehow. Business relationship going to become really great and promising, and it could be anything to do with export, import, or foreign businesses. Your philosophical alignment, so shared adventures, for example, learning experience, strengthen bonds with your significant other. So you might going to go together and learn, study something, or a new beliefs. Anything with legal matters are favorable. It's a favorable outcome if somebody actually sued you, or if you are proceeding a contract, that could be very good for you, Virgos. All right. Libra rising sun and moon, it's going to happen your 6th house, and Jupiter is in your 8th house. So work and health routine are changing. 6th house, anything to do with your rental properties, health, work, and your pet, okay, service for others. So you're going to definitely change the routines, your daily routines, your health practices, and you're going to purge those things that no longer serves you, and you're going to definitely impact your health positively over here. If you have some kind of new financial strategies, you can gain through investment, joint finances. You can actually have debt relief, overcoming that, pay off maybe student loan or any kind of loans. You can get mortgage for if you would like to buy a rental property, for example, or have the money for rental property could be great, or have the money and get mortgage actually for opening a juice bar, a yoga studio, a gym, something like that. And there is a lot of healing going on as well, emotional healing as well. Or you might going to actually get some kind of tax relief or refund because of you hiring maybe disabled people, and or that kind of tax relief could be for you as well in this situation. All right. Scorpio rising sun and moon changing the year, and it's going to happen in your 5th and 7th house. That is romance and love, and also creativity as well, but creative and romantic flourish. So new creative project, romantic relationship going to bloom. You can have a lover coming in. Actually, your romantic love could become permanent because Jupiter in your 7th house. So maybe you're going to be proposed to, or you're going to propose. It could be an engagement or a wedding over here. If you have any creative project going on, you might going to find great followers for that project. So maybe you are writing a book or lyrics, or started to sing, and it's going to be a great hit, and it's going to be out in the public, and you're going to have a lot of followers. But this actually going to bring a lot of joy for you and expansion. And also, it could be like something like a legal matter going to go to your side. You're going to actually have your children, if you have a court case against your significant other or your ex, it could bring the children's are under your supervision, going to be more likely. It could also investment, maybe invest, because 5th house is anything to do with lottery, winning something, investment also as well. So it could be like you are investing in something maybe with your business partner or with your partner, but definitely new commitments, either in personal or business relationship, and a lot of new opportunities, which I love for you guys. Breakthrough with your true self. So you're going to stay authentic, and you're gonna spend a lot of great time with your children, and you're gonna become more romantic. Sagittarius rising, sun and moon. So I'm a Sag rising. It's going to happen in our 4th house, and it's going to sextile to Jupiter. So it's an amazing flow to the 6th house. 4th house, anything to do with real estate, anything to do living situation, family, you know, with your mother figure perhaps, and it also ending as well. But Jupiter in the 6th house, it could be something with your work, anything to do with the rental property, anything to do with your pet, you know, getting hired, or actually you are going to get hired, but you can work at home, and it's going to become very auspicious for you. You're capable to invest in a rental property, sell a home, buy a home, for example, which you might also going to rent out right away. You can move into a larger home, something which is, because Jupiter is large, it's growth, but also something what you were dreaming of for a long time, because Saturn is going to bring in a long-term investment, something you dream. Pisces, it's your dream house. It could be next to a body of water. You always wanted to have this, and it's coming through. Don't forget, Skat is over there. It's a long-term hope, and it's success and luck. So that's good. Service and work going to be really, really great. Maybe you're going to get invited, and you will have opportunity at work. You might going to also have some kind of project with writing, and you are or speaking, something like that, and that could actually improve your life, improve your family life as well. And your health is going to improve, definitely. Saturn going to give you restriction, whatever you put in your mouth. So it is like, okay, I want to lose weight. I'm gonna start to lose weight finally. So it could be very, very great, but great opportunity with housing and moving in the next 6 months for you guys. All right, Capricorn moons, Capricorn rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 3rd house. And Jupiter is in your 5th house. So communication project, your words carry weight now, making it an excellent time for writing, speaking, and teaching. You can create workshops, or you can actually redesign or create a, what is that, a website, anything to do with internet website design, writing a book, doing a TED Talk, for example. And it could be some kind of creative project, writing for children, children's book, or anything to do with romance, romantic, because 5th house also romance, or how to invest. You might be the one who is actually writing a book about how to invest right now, how to preserve money and invest, or how to live a joyful life. You know, definitely it's a lot of emphasis on your hobbies and romantic life. Those are sparkling. There it's going to be a lot of fun for you, Capricorns, and growth as well. You will learn how to play, and it's hard for you because you're a Capricorn and you can be always so strict with yourself. But, you know, a lot of short trips could come up, and it could be actually work related. But if it's work related, then you're going to combine the learning with pleasure as well. So it's great for you guys. All right. Aquarius rising sun and moon, it's going to happen in your 2nd house. And Jupiter is in your 4th house. So financial foundation to build something, you know, expanding your monetary base, focusing on security and sustainability, and it's going to be a sustainable growth. So you will be the one, for example, going to invest in your housing and, you know, increase the price of the house. You can sell, buy house. Actually, you are having the money for that. You are capable to design, redesign, give some kind of additional foundation to the house, you know, like adding more rooms to the house, expanding your house somehow. It could be great if you would like to actually get a license. Finally, you get through with that. If you want to become a real estate or mortgage broker, it could be really good for that. But relocation is possible. And also actually invest in properties. So you don't necessarily have to relocate, but actually invest in property could be as well, because Jupiter in the 4th house. Anything with you might going to actually find who is your biological birth mother, father, you know. It could be that sextile for you guys. Some kind of family blessing, which is joyous, which is an immense event which is going to bring emotional fulfillment, maybe a new family member, right? Or finding your birth father, mother. All right, last one, Pisces, Sun and Moon and Pisces rising. It's going to happen in your first house. You are impacted by Saturn already for a year, and it's gonna stay here for another 2 years. And Jupiter is in your third house until May 25th. So this sextile is bringing some kind of amazing opportunity with self-discovery, personal branding, projecting your identity. And it's going to be like you're gonna have a lot of self-confidence, you're going to mature a lot. The way you are communicate, they're going to listen to you, especially if you have some social media account that could be like, all right, I'm writing, my writing project is amazing. You might going to actually move from your neighborhood, or maybe your neighborhood going to support you in something. You're going to have influence, your words going to have influence in your nearby community and in your neighborhood or on your neighbors. So definitely that could happen for you. Anything to do with maybe you're going to buy a bigger car and somehow robust, because Saturn, it's sextile with Saturn, somehow robust and massive car and big, or maybe it's going to be bulletproof, you know, God forbid, something like that. Communication skills, new social networks are possible for you, some kind of new learning opportunities. As well, because Jupiter is in your third house, you know, like you can create online schools and you're going to have help for that. And it's going to be a long term. So it's not a temporary dream over here. If you're going to do any online school, then it's going to give you abundance for a long time. Definitely you're going to engage more in, for example, short distance traveling. And it could be because you're going to have interest in study or do some kind of workshop somewhere else, and you have to travel for it. All right. Yeah, you can lose weight if you would like to. Okay, guys, if you loved my podcast, please subscribe, like, and comment below. Check out my website if you would like to have a personal reading with me, and share it with your friends, family, and everyone you know. Thank you so much for supporting me. Bye for now.